Hey, beloved, welcome back or welcome. If you're new here, my name is Giselle, and on this channel, we talk skincare, lifestyle. We do some vlogs here and there, and our purpose is to glow in skin and grow in Christ. So, welcome. Take the front seat if you're new. Consider joining the family, and let's have a chat. Okay. I have just been thinking a lot lately about content creation, my journey, and what social media looks like. And it's a lot. A lot. First of all, the challenge or the beauty of being a content creator is that you constantly have to keep up. You constantly struggle to keep up. You're constantly trying to stay relevant. And so sometimes you might find yourself doing the things that are not even you at all, just because you want to stay relevant and just because you want to fit in. The temptation to fit in comes, it creeps upon you like a cancer, and before you know it, it has consumed you. I've been creating content for about 4 years, like skincare content, and in the beginning, it was just me sharing my journey, sharing the things that I love, and I didn't even know it was content creation. And I've evolved over the years, and so has the niche and the algorithm and things. But in the last many months, and maybe up to over a year, I decided to just take a step back, not like delete Instagram and delete my channels or things like that, but just take a step back from social media because I realized that it was becoming too much. It was taking from me more than I was able to give. It was draining me, it was consuming me. And it's funny because I'm not even the kind of person who spends so much time on social media. I don't spend time on social media at all compared to the average person. But the need and the constant desire to I don't even know how to put it, to want to stay relevant, right? Just pushes you down this rabbit hole and just drains you completely. Trends are constantly changing. The algorithm is constantly changing, and it's AI generated, by the way. I don't think that it's human. I feel like it's all just programmed, right? And I, as a person, has to constantly change to meet up. Like, it was too much. Besides the fact that you fear losing engagements, like we're always worried about likes, about views, and of course, having views and likes is great, but it got to a point where it was consuming me too much. It was taking too much from me. And mind you, I'm not even the kind of person who cares too much about likes. Like, I post my content, I post it, and I go my way. I live my life. Whoever has viewed it has viewed it. I've already known enough to understand that it's not about the number of views, but the quality of the viewers, right? But sometimes the reward for hard work is seeing people like and engage with your content. And for someone who has already had a kind of like large engagements, you have to keep it up. When you start seeing the engagement dropping, the number of comments, likes, shares drop, it's discouraging and very, very nerve-wracking. And like, you're constantly asking yourself, how do I do it? How do I change my content? How do I do what is trending now and try to fit in? And these trends is what has consumed us. It feels like nothing is authentic anymore. It just feels like everything is a show, and I don't want that. I don't like that. I want to be me. This social media culture, these trending things, um aesthetic life, um there's just too much display on this social media that I just needed to take a step back. One of the reasons is sometimes we tend to overconsume things that we don't need, and exposing myself to social media will will cause me to start to think like somebody that I'm not. That's where we get our ideas, we get our opinions, we get so much from social media that sometimes we don't even sit to form our own thoughts or process information. You know, whatever you expose your mind to, you become. That's why the Bible says that do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be renewed, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Your mind has to be constantly renewed, and it can only be constantly renewed by reading the word. What you expose your mind to, you become. We are now in a kind of culture where everything is on social media. Sometimes you start to act like a certain person, talk like a certain person, process information like a certain person, start to think like a certain person because you have exposed yourself to them so much. And influence can be a good thing and it can also be a bad thing. It's not a problem admiring someone and learning something from them, but we have to stay true to ourselves and be your own person before learning something. Like, be your own person. Like, it's too much. The overconsumerism, it's just like a show. So many unrealistic things, and especially in the niche. I mean, like skincare, you see people have bathrooms with over 200 products, and you may be watching it. Someone who is a fashion influencer, they have all these clothes, and they're looking like they're living their life, and you may be wondering like, am I just living or existing? And most of the time, these people are doing it as a job. They get endorsed by brands are sending them these things. And even though I am trying not to um be a victim of overconsumerism, because I think it's bad, I think it's wrong. I think gluttony is a sin, and gluttony doesn't have to do only with food, but it can be overindulging in anything excessively. I just had to make the decision to not accept everything. It's not everything that I'm going to accept. It's not every brand I'm going to work with. It's not all money offers that I'm going to accept. And so drawing these lines and creating these boundaries is not the easiest thing. And I just needed God to help me. I want to spend more time with God than I spend on social media. Consuming without creating is a trap. And I think that mindless scrolling, is one of the major ways that the enemy, the devil, is keeping us distracted. We are overstimulated. We are overstimulated that we don't take time to slow down and just sit with the Lord. And besides the fact that there is so much on social media that triggers me, there's so much that triggers me. I go on social media, I'm triggered, I'm irritated, I'm angry, I'm sad. Like, it just sends me through this roller coaster of emotions. And most times, I'm grieved by the things that I see. And sometimes I just want to guard my heart. I just want to protect my mind, because some of these things I don't need to expose myself to them. But I think this is one of the reasons why I've never liked TikTok till today, because I remember in just after COVID 2021, when TikTok became a thing, my sisters would scroll on it. Like, you can literally spend 4 hours scrolling on TikTok. That's when I just knew TikTok is the clock ticking, TikTok, and stealing your time. And so I never had TikTok. I tried to go on TikTok earlier this year to diversify my content on different platforms and share. But there's just something about TikTok that I don't like. And I just feel like it's not a bad place. Social media is a good place. It just depends on how you use it. Social media can be a good thing. It can be a blessing. It can be a curse. There's just so much going on in the world, and I don't need all that. I don't need all that. So I just decided to take a step back and be more present with myself, with my life, than I am on social media. I cannot be more present on social media than I am with myself or with my life, because this is reality. I don't want to have to change my personality or my style, or change me just so that I can fit in, so just so that I can be accepted by the algorithm at a specific point in time. Because guess what? After that, the algorithm will change again, and it will keep changing. And so I'm talking about myself, but I'm just trying to encourage other content creators who are in that place where they feel like, what should they do? Should they change their content and start creating like this other person? Should they, just take some time and think about why you started. You are unique the way you are. The algorithm will always change. Somebody just spreads one video and there's a trending, like, you know what? I don't even FOMO is not me. FOMO is not me. Fear of missing out is not me. Something can be trending for 6 months and I have no idea. I don't jump on trends. Because for how long am I going to do that? It is relentless, never ending. And it is draining. It is draining. I made a conscious decision to open my Bible app, or just sit still. We're in a culture where sitting still is a problem because we are overstimulated. We're overstimulated. And so I just want to be able to sit still no distraction, no phone, no social media, and just sit with God, sit at His feet, and create from a place of rest, not from a place of neediness. And so, one of the major reasons why I cut back on social media is just so that I can grow in knowledge of Christ. Because right now, Christian content, there is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you do not have knowledge of the truth, you open TikTok, Instagram, and see somebody sharing a word because their grammar is eloquent, they're sounding deep. You think it's a word. But if you really run it by scripture, you realize it's not a word, it's heresy. And there's so much going on online that I want to be able to tell which one is fake and which one is real, because false teachers or heresy doesn't reveal itself as heresy. It's the truth mixed with lies and coated with horrible things, and you just package and looks like truth, looks like a word, and it is really not. So I don't think we're even made to listen to the information is so much. So I just am walking through a phase where I want to be at the feet of Jesus more than I'm on social media. And when I do come on social media, I'm pouring not out of emptiness, not out of a neediness, but out of a place of rest and knowledge of my identity, of who I am. This is who I am. I'm not going to try to change to fit in, because we're not called to fit in. We are children of God. We were called to be set apart. And so, yeah, sometimes people are going to unfollow you. They're going to, the likes will drop. But who cares? Who cares? We're not here to please people. We live for an audience of one, and that's God. And if being with God will make me less visible to the world, I'll take that gladly, because that's where I want to be. And if God exposes me to a platform, regardless of the size, I will still be faithful, and I will not, try to change and try to conform to fit in. So I'm walking through a phase where I just want to slow down and make God my priority, and make God and let God have my affection, and just spend more time knowing Him and creating from that place of satisfaction, recognizing that Jesus is all I need. I have turned down so many brand deals just because the terms and conditions are not who I am, and it's hard sometimes, but we have to be different. And so if the following is not growing, and fine, the likes, the comments, I know that we want to see a reward for our efforts, because creating content is a lot. Of course, I want to have the views. Of course, I want to have the subscribers and the following, but I don't want that to be my idol. I don't want that to be my idol. I don't want to do everything just so that I can have people follow me, and just so that I can appear appealing to people. I want to be able to create from a place of satisfaction or rest, and knowing that Jesus is the ultimate reward, and that through being faithful and showing up the way He wants me to, He will reward me. Because this social media, wow, it's just too much. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk to you about that, and encourage content creators. If you're going through a phase where you feel like the content is not giving, stay faithful. Do not try to change. Don't try to change for anything. This algorithm is sick. Today it's one thing, tomorrow it's the next. It's like it's bipolar. I really don't understand it. It doesn't have a mind of its own, and so we cannot live for an algorithm. Just stay faithful. Don't try to change who you are, and try to live a life that is not yours. Again, sometimes I even tell myself, like, "Oh, you know what? Trying to be aesthetic and do my content a certain way just because I want it to look like another person's own is so exhausting. Like, my life is not aesthetic. I don't sleep on white duvets every day. My walls are not white. My, you know, feminism, feminine. Look, I'm a lady. How else am I supposed to be feminine? Oh, feminine energy exudes. Everybody's teaching something. I think that we need to be very, very grounded about who we are. We need to be so sure of our identity, that we know what to consume and what not to consume. Because if you're trying to consume everything that social media teaches you, girl, It's exhausting. It's so exhausting. And it's okay, like I said, to admire people and to learn, but you need wisdom to be able to filter through this information what is useful and what is not. You had a different idea, and just because someone on social media with a big platform says something different, you will now have to start agreeing with that. And God forbid you point out something that is wrong or spew righteous judgment. And so sometimes it's just criticism and slander and just being judgmental. But God forbid you call out wrong, then you're a hater. How dare you? And society is celebrating all kinds of rubbish. There, you see lesbians or same-sex marriages. Everybody's celebrating it. Like, when did this become normal? No, it's not. Please, it's not. It's not. There are so many things that society has just embraced and accepted and is spreading, and since you want to, you're scared of speaking up or pointing it out, you just go with the lot. Like, it's not. Why is everybody saying congratulations to it? So congratulations. Oh, what are we following? What are we really doing? What are we doing? I mean, I think I'm just ranting at this point, but I just leave you with this. Be not conformed by the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. We should be able to test and know God's will for our lives, God's good and perfect way. And the only way you can know His will is by knowing His word. When you behold Him, when you meditate on His word, you become like Him. And so nobody is going to try to force their narrative or their ideas or their opinions on you, because you know who you are and you know the truth. So yeah, let's be careful. Let's be safe. Mindless scrolling is a devil's trap. You can show up on social media, you can create content and not be influenced by this culture. And by this culture, you know what I'm talking about. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I know I was just all over the place and just ranting, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section and what you think about all these things. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Shalom.